First and foremost, you've clinched the #1 seed in the East. What's the feeling of accomplishment in that?
It feels good, especially to do it at home in front of the best fans in the world. So now the playoffs go through us, so we got home court advantage. They got to come see us at home now.
You mentioned it, in front of the best fans in the world. What message do you have for these fans that are going to be your sixth man in the postseason?
We just getting started, so we need y'all to come out, come support every home game, away game. Y'all just enjoy the ride. We're going to be here for a long time.
You told me this morning how big your depth was for this team. We saw it here tonight. How important is every person on this roster going to be come playoff time?
Everybody's important. We need everybody 1 through 18 on the roster to be locked in, be full focus, be healthy, first and foremost, and just be ready to play. Your number can be called at any time, so you got to be ready to play at any time.
When you can feel the they have the appreciation for what this group is about to embark on. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It should mean more to them, for real. They've been waiting on this for a couple years now, so we try to run it back, trying to do something different, trying to do something special here. So they're going to mean a lot to us. They already mean a lot to us, but they definitely are our sixth man, so we're going to need them.
So you've got a couple weeks until you have that first game as the #1 seed in the playoffs. So how do you make sure that you don't lose any focus, you don't lose any rhythm when that time comes around?
Just stay in the gym, watch some film, keep my body right. And yeah, just be ready to play. I know it's a long time from now, but we're trying to do something special here, so everybody got to be ready to play.
All right, well, let's do something special.
Bye, see ya.
Back to you, John.
Back to you. Back to you, John.
Ty, first and foremost, you clinched the 1 seed tonight in the East. What's the feeling of just the sense of accomplishment in doing that?
Yeah, I think you got mixed emotions, right? Because obviously we have our sights set on bigger things, but you play 82 for a reason. And I think it comes to home court, but it also just it definitely means something. Like I said, obviously our sights are set on bigger things, but to play the course of a regular season with this group, the journey this whole year was fun. And obviously we still got 3 left, but yeah, it was a special regular season for sure.
How much, you mentioned home court, does it actually matter, especially given just this arena, how well you guys have played and the fans here?
I mean, I think so. Obviously, when the game time comes, whether you're home or on the road, you got to win anyway. You're going to have to win on the road some, you have to win at home. But, like you say, with these amazing fans, I think it's nice to just, have home court, be in your own bed, for game, whatever, 5, 7, if, thinking ahead.
Whether it's Donovan or Kenny, they're always talking about, and you as well, we haven't done anything yet. There's still sights set on bigger things. But it is also important to take time to celebrate the things that do matter, right? So when you think about that, where does this fit into that?
No, I think that's exactly what you really said it. I really can't say it much better than that. I think like I said, you play 82 for a reason. So to lock up the 1 seed with 3 games left, 65, 63, 4, 63. Yeah, I mean that's no small feat, but at the end of the day, we also do have our sights set on bigger things.
You guys have talked about needing more energy the last 2 games. Did we see that concerted effort tonight? Is that what we saw from you guys?
I think we definitely made an effort to, talk more and play with more force and play with more energy. Had some slippage there in the third quarter, which isn't great, but yeah, we got a little bit of it back tonight.
Kenny had talked about now it's the balance of resting guys or how much do you play guys. He said this was a collaborative effort, though. He wants to talk to coaches. He wants to get y'all's opinion. Where do you kind of stand on that?
I mean, some of it's above my pay grade, but so we'll see. But if I'm healthy, I like to play basketball, so we'll see.
Sort of along those lines, you obviously dealt with the injury, but just how valuable is it for you to get back out there and get yourself in rhythm before you guys will have a little bit of time off here before the playoffs actually start for that?
Yeah, definitely that. But also, just like I said, if I'm healthy, like I want to play basketball. So I enjoy playing with this group of guys, and I just enjoy playing basketball. So if I'm healthy, I want to play.
How important is it to also like stay in a routine if you guys could have a week off or something before you start the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, all that does matter. At the end of the day, it's something with the plan now that every team deals with that's not in the plan. So, you use that week to, get your body right, get an extra lift and get some good practices in that we haven't been able to have in the last, since All-Star break, really. You don't really have time to practice much. So, every team has to kind of deal with that week off, and, we'll see what game one looks like. But at the end of the day, it's really when the game starts, when the ball goes up, there's no excuses no matter what's going on.
To the point about routine, you mentioned part of home court advantage is sleeping in your own bed. That sounds like a small thing, but what kind of difference does that make before a big game?
I mean, listen, you want to play at home. Our fans are great. At the end of the day, if we're on the road, at home, whatever it is, when that ball goes up, we got to find a way to win.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
I appreciate it. Number 1 seed in the East. Like, what's the feeling of accomplishment in that?
A lot of accomplishment. It wasn't easy. This league is tough. There's a lot of good teams. A lot of the times we had to battle to get where we are. So just a moment of celebration in the locker room. Kenny came around, gave everybody a high five. Just happy vibes all around.
Yeah, take us through just a little bit of what the locker room was like. Kenny was saying, okay, yeah, it's not like you had a playoff win, but this, you got to celebrate like moments like this.
Right. Kenny completely understands that. Celebrate the little things. I know we have a bigger goal in mind, the bigger accomplishments ahead, but still, you have to take it day by day and understand, like, today is a special day for the Cavs.
Kenny mentioned that there are times throughout the game that he actually let himself kind of think about postseason matchups. Like it's hard not to think about those things even in the middle of a game like tonight. Do you guys, as players, or you specifically, ever have that happen too?
Me, not really. Kenny's mind is all over the place. He's probably thinking about next year's matchups. He's just so ahead of the pack that whatever's going through his head is something different. But he's just ready to take us where we want. He's ready to get to the playoffs. He's itching for the next challenge.
He also mentioned that he might grab a bottle of Burgundy down in his wine cellar to celebrate. What does Jarrett Allen do to celebrate something like this?
I might open the bottle of wine, go out for dinner, just celebrate just somehow.
I know you guys have bigger goals after this, but how does the season to date compare to what you expected this regular season to be?
I didn't know what to expect of this regular season. I didn't know it was going to be like this, clinching how we did, like right now, winning however many games we won, 60 plus, and just doing it like we did. I knew we were going to be good, but I feel like we exceeded expectations.
Jarrett, the last two playoffs seasons, you just weren't healthy.
Right.
How much of a difference can you make for this team if you're healthy going into this one?
Just look at the games that I played. I feel like I can make an impact on the offensive glass, the defensive boards, just trying to make an impact wherever I can.
How does home court advantage manifest in a playoff series? Like, what's the advantage?
Yeah, that one extra game at home, I believe that's actually something huge, the home court advantage, especially for us, especially in the Rocket Arena. The fans are amazing, and we get amped up off that.
What about for you guys? How much does it help to, before a big game like a potential Game 7, sleep in your own bed, do a normal routine, things like that?
It matters so much. I mean, just trying to get your routine down to something you're comfortable to as much as you can, especially in a game like a Game 7 would be, it's huge.
You guys have talked about needing more energy for the past 2 games. Was there a concerted effort in this one? Is that what we saw?
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted to bring energy from the beginning, play defense the right way, share the ball on offense, and just try to throw the first punch.
Jarrett, you got 3 regular season games left, but then a week between playoff games. How much is it a balance between, still wanting to play, but also getting rest?
It is a delicate balance. You want to rest the guys. You want to make sure everybody's at tip-top shape for the playoffs, but at the same time, you don't want people to, lose their first step. You don't want them to lose the conditioning that they work so hard for.
Putting a curveball here, but Guardians, home opener, they won their game. How does it feel to add on to that?
It feels good. There's a lot of pressure on us, to win both. But good for them, come home, nice day outside, a little chilly, but they came out and showed out for the city.
Safe to assume
with 3 games to go, I'm sure Kenny's going to sort of try to navigate your guys' playing time and all that.
Yeah.
You're still going to sort of push to finish and playing all 3.
Yeah, I made it this far, so I got to finish it out.
Since you do have so much time after the regular season's over, in between, just like with the play-in tournament, you guys not being in it,
Right.
how do you kind of make sure you're focused during that time? Because you stay focused by playing. You play every game.
Right.
But during that time, it's going to be a bit different.
Yeah, I think for me, it's step away for a little bit. A week is a long time in NBA terms to not play a basketball game. So just take 2 days off or a day off and just relax my mind, go out, enjoy the city, do whatever. And then when the time comes for it, when we start having practice again, do a hard focus, get ready for the playoffs, and put all my energy into it.
Jay, given the last couple of years, injuries have kind of kept you out of the playoffs or knocked you out of the playoffs.
Right.
What is just from an individual standpoint, what does a successful playoff run look like for you?
To actually be in the playoffs the whole time. And like you said, I've been hurt every single playoffs that I've been here, whether it's my finger, rib, or whatever happens to me. So this year, just try to be there the whole time for my team.
Okay.